Hey everybody, this is Ardum coming back to you with another exciting episode of Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. In this particular capture, I'm going to be looking at babying up a few Noober adventurers, in which we have a level 2 Hellion, level 2 Leper, level 2 Jester, and a level 2 Vestal, all to pop up to level 3, which I'm going to need for a couple of boss bashes, because all of my 4s are very, very rapidly popping into 5s. We already have our... Ooh, I'm sorry, I forgot to put in my trinkets. I'm going to have to get that solved on camera. Sorry, guys. We've chosen a long apprentice level map. Again, those life crystals are super awesome when you've got noobs to carry. Again, a bit of gold and some crests, which, laughingly before, I said I was going to be running shy of. Again, just need to quickly drop a couple of things, and it might be worthwhile you guys seeing how I trinket, because it can be interesting sometimes. This is just a recently acquired trinket, the double-edged pendant. Plus 15 max HP. I'm going to be using the Hellion as a bit of a tank, so I want to make sure that she's got the business on her. Moving on, I'm going to double back to her in a second. I want to be dropping the Leper's plus 8 accuracy, crit, and slight increase in stress, as well as an increase in healing received. Onto the Jester, we're going to be looking for something useful for stuff. Will reduce your stress and increase your hit points. Alternatively, I could increase your hit points and increase your bleed damage, and given the fact that we're choosing a mission in the Warrens, I think bleed is going to be very, very handy. On the Vestal, I'm going to make a slight change to my normal loadout. Obviously, you want to be dropping the healing skill trinket, the Chirurgeon's Charm. But what next is really the key thing. I can try and increase my dodge chance by a little or a lot while increasing stress, and I think I'm going to drop the Sun Cloak on the Vestal. As much as it's conditional, it is very good. That extra 10 dodge is amazing, as is the protection, and I have a Jester, so I'm not too worried about the stress levels. And then finally, on the Hellion, we've got one free slot. Her attacks are predominantly melee, and a buff, so as much as it's a bit of a low-level charm, I might either apply the plus 5 accuracy for melee skills, or alternatively, again, stress and dodge. I could also drop the Tough Ring, which reduces the damage she does, which isn't amazing, or, and this is probably a better choice, increase crit and dodge if Torch is above 75, which I expect it to be the entire time. So let's provision up. This is a long map, so we're going to need to have, well, quite in a bit of way of stores. I'm going to bring this many torches, because when I bought 3 stacks before, it was way too much. 2 stacks of food and 4, and then 2 holy waters, 3 shovels, 2 keys, 1 more medicinal herbs, and I think that should be everything. Considering taking another key, but I typically find I have to throw these things out, so let's press on. Golly gosh, it feels like I've only been making these videos for a couple of days, and realistically, I have. I think I've turned out all 29 videos in probably the span of about 3 or 4 days. I've had some downtime, and I've had some free time, and I've wanted to cast some gameplay for some time, so thank you for letting me, really.
There in the dark, but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
So looking at my optimal routing, I think I'm going to be going straight up, and then doubling back down here, and then a loop-the-loop. Yeah, that looks right. That looks right. Okay, first shovel's gone instantaneously.
But blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
And a trap for 4, but no stress damage. Oh, spoke too soon, just a little. Leave those books alone. Grateful to avoid that bleed. Hope we get some scouting coming through. Maybe a surprise. Too much to ask for. Alright, straight into things, I guess. Some good dodges across the spread, only minor stress damage on the Leper. That vomit, though, is going to do... Oh! It's going to dodge! Fantastic! Alright, given that we've learned that these buffs stack up to 3, only up to 3, but up to 3 is amazing, I'm going to drop that down on the party, and press on. Hook where it hurts. That's some damage, but nothing to cry about inordinately. Looking at what we can do, there's a chance for an insta-kill on the drummer, which I'm going to take. The alternative there is for me to start debuffing people, but that doesn't make any sense to me at this particular time. So, boom, shakalaka, crit of 30 bloody 2. That is outstanding. Next up, we can try and drop a stun on someone where it's going to count. Again, 10% chance to resist. I'd prefer to take physical damage to stress damage, which frees up my Jester to do more good stuff. Hopefully that isn't a stun. No, that's resisted. Fantastic. Time to start dropping some damage. I could try and go for the double stun, but that will give me a damage and dodge debuff, so instead I'm going to go for the attempted insta-kill on the Slasher. Not quite enough. Not quite enough, but still in a relatively comfortable place. Now, given where things are, I could buff some more, or I could start dropping some bleeds, guarantee a kill on that Slasher, and then pretty much almost guarantee bleed on this Swine Wrench. This is exactly what I'm going to do. Wonderful, and that's 3 damage he has left. He's got... Well, actually, he's dead next turn. So I can just leave him alone. 3 damage, that's down to 1. Next turn he starts, he's gone, so I can start looking at other things to do. Could drop a party heal. Again, there's some small amounts of hit points that I've lost so far, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. At this stage I'm going to drop another stun with the hope that it works on the chopper. Critical 4. And the stun takes, which is fan-blooming-tastic. Time to start doing some damage down range, and he's gone. So I'm just free to faff, effectively. Free to faff to my heart's delight. So let's do a self-heal and a buff, because hey, why not? We've got turns to burn. Depending on when this wretch starts off in turn order, we might need to make some changes, but I'm going to drop a heal straight here on my good friend the Leper. And take care of the majority of the stress. There we go, down to only 3. Should be your turn at this stage, and you should die. Nope. Okay, well, let's just take an extra little bit of time to heal there. And that should be round. Fantastic. Now, haven't got any scouting? Yes, we've got some scouting. Fantastic. Alright, let's press on through here. Again, our objective is to complete 100% of rune battles. We know that isn't a rune battle, but there is a cure there, and we might explore it nonetheless. Buff that torch, and see what's in the sack of mystery. And into the battle, see what we have. And a surprise, just to make our lives ever so slightly easier, which gives me a couple of different opportunities. The first being really just annihilating this guy, or doing a debuff across both rounds, but I definitely want to be... Nope, that's a miss. Alright, getting cocky, clearly. RNGs is punishing me for my hubris. Party buff is obviously a clear and present action. Want to make sure that we're putting a more persistent stun on the stressor. There we go. And Iron Swan to the back, hopefully for kill. Just enough for it, and nicely done. We'll take a munch, probably, but that dodge comes through nice and clean. Butcher's Cut will probably hit, and that's some pretty serious damage, and the bleed makes it something to be concerned about. At this stage, I should be doing a second party buff, just to make sure we're taking full advantage of speed, accuracy, and crit chances. That stress damage isn't anything I'm going to be too worried about, given where things are sitting. We'll definitely need to take the Vestal's turn to heal the Jester, but in the meantime, let's take our second shot at that gosh darn Carrion Eater. Alright, that's done and dusted finally. Took one more turn than should have, but I'll take what I get. Golly gosh, time to start working down on the chopper. That's a critical of 20. That puts me in a bit of a difficult position, because I could use the Vestal to clean him up, or I could drop a heal. I'm going to drop a heal because I said that I would. That bleed is going to cause me some problems, and I'm not concerned about that ball and chain, because my chance to dodge is pretty darn good, what with all the trinkets and stuff. What I will do in this turn, though, since our stress levels are relatively manageable and we probably don't need to buff, is drop a chain bleed to take out their turns. Got a crit as well, which is absolutely glorious on the drummer. Could heal up here again, but it's kind of a waste of a turn. What I'll do instead is buff my torch with a stun there that will reduce that drummer down to being dead in its next action. At this stage, I don't need to really do much else, so I may as well just buff myself with a slight increase in resistances for the next few turns and carry on. My inventory is now completely full with all sorts of crap and tchotchkes. That unlocks Strongbox I will pick up, and its contents are mine. Fortunately, everything does stack, so I don't need to worry about any space at this stage. I'm going to walk ever so slightly forward here. Got a map, and that map is going to prove handy. It shows me... Nope, doesn't show me anything, that's fine. I'm going to back up and take a little bit of stress, because I don't want to waste the torches at this stage when I know that I've got a lot of things to clear. At this stage, I can sanctify this pile of bones, score myself an extra citrine, and look at what, if anything, can or should be disposed of. And the answer is, at this stage, pretty much nothing. I need all of this stuff for later, so we're going to let those crests be. That said, busts at this stage are less valuable for me than crests, so we might actually just start a crest collection. Okay, let's see if that was a good call. I knew that trap was there, but I forgot that it was there, and I'm not paying attention because I'm too busy commentating. I should do a decent balance of both. Anyway, corridor battle. Switch down to dim light, but we still get the surprise on these guys. I think we actually might just be better off with going for the kill in both instances here, so let's just drop that dual bleed. And those two should be dead. Very nice. Gonna drop a heal in place on our friendly neighborhood jester just to make sure that he's fully topped up. I'm not expecting this to take more than the one turn. Iron Swan in the back row. Absolutely gone. And then a bit of a smush there on the front row. And everything is nicely taken care of. Very professionally done. Very professionally done. We will re-up Torch, back to Radiant Light, and jump into the battle room. We've got a stack of spiders, and they are surprised. So we have, again, a fistful of options to play with. We might actually run the same play again. Boom! Wow, that was a pretty epic crit. Good job, Jester. At this stage, I don't need to worry about Torch so much, but just in case I miss a shot, I'll tack a stun on the spitter if it takes. It does. Drop a kill on the front row. And finish up with our friendly neighborhood Hellion. Again, just very cleanly done. Very cleanly done indeed. That's 700 gold, which is worth more than 500 citrine, and it will max out to 1750, so that's a pretty clear and evident swap. That said, though, I'm really making relatively short work of this dungeon, so I'm thinking I can probably afford to ditch a torch stack. I'll just make sure that we're cleaning that up, and off we go. Superb. And pressing on down, first thing to do is be mindful of that trap. 80% chance to disarm with the Hellion, and a small amount of stress. Let's take the chance, and it took. Pressing on to a Curio, and then absolutely finally a corridor battle before we get into a Curio battle. That choice of replacing the bust for crests is already paying off as well, which is lovely. These guys can cause some problems for me potentially, so I may want to party buff, but by the same token as well, we have no, we don't have a surprise on them, so I want to make sure that I'm maximizing my speed if I can. There we go. Let's drop a stun on the stressor, just to make sure we don't have to worry about using that Jester's turn for anything other than damage dealing and buffing. That Ren drops, and I'm not too worried. That bleed is something that I can deal with myself. It's only a damage of 1, so pretty minimal in the grand scheme. That's a dodge as well, which is absolutely superb. Meantime, it's time for me to get the first chop down, hoping for the insta-kill, and we get it by a very safe margin. Next up, we have a Wicked Hack, which doesn't quite make it all the way, but I'm sure that we can find someone to carry things through to the absolute end. We'll drop a Slice Off here on the back row, hoping for a bleed to carry us through to the kill, which we get just in the nick. And then finally, let's drop a stun here, which will get the kill and give us Torch, justifying our choice to get rid of those torches. Self-buff just because, and if we have any free actions, we'll probably remove that bleed and take care of it, because we know this battle is done. Excellent well.
This is how a life is taken.
Bit more pocket change, just do a quick switcheroo so I can keep an eye on things more readily. Not that it makes a huge amount of difference. And pressing on. So, we have an odd bunch, but these guys all have relatively weak bleed resistances. That said, though, I do want to get my first hits in first. So let's party buff. Priority buff, as I've been saying recently. I don't know why, it's just how it's come out. Drop a stun on the stressor. Again, we have 2 to worry about, but I'm sure we can make short work of them with an Iron Swan. Hopefully. Resisted that move, which is absolutely great. Don't want to actually have to take that kind of damage if we don't have to. Go for the insta-kill on the Brawler to avoid the bleed, and wait to see what that Butcher's Cut will do. Lovely dodge. Great work, Jester. And now Iron Swan for the kill on the back row. So very much staying in control of the game. Let's try and drop some damage here on the Swine Wretch. Not quite enough to get the kill, so we're going to have to pull something else out to make that work. Meantime, what I am going to do is look at a Wicked Hack on the Chopper, just to get things started. He's still got 8 health to go. We'll probably drop, again, that stun in the back row to make sure that that swine does die on his own time, rather than mine. And then finally, that leper should be enough to carry things through to a fine conclusion. Well, I'm just...
Horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
This is just working too well. This is just working too well. Right, let's do some eating to hopefully delay a hunger check, and we'll use that stack in place for that there. Try to remember what a Bone Ultra does. I think it's a buff, but I can't remember. I will refer back down to, sorry about that, the cheat sheet. Bone Ultra is just a guaranteed buff until we camp, so let's do just that. I actually might get rid of a stack of firewood at some stage because I've got a feeling I'm not going to need it. Buffs are great, don't get me wrong, but I'm making some pretty good time. Dropping off some curiosity as I go through here, but again, it's a long battle. I want to make sure that I'm recording this video in, you know, under an hour if I can get by with it. As much as I do appreciate your time and your attention, and I hope you do like these videos, I don't want to take up like 20 hours of your time catching up on what you've missed. So let's just press on through, hopefully get a scout. Nope, nothing. Pressing on now. Okay, as long as I get the loot, I don't care. Get the loot. And a party of humans, which drop a surprise. Gotta love me some Radiant Light. Probably pop down a... Party buff isn't necessary, except it guarantees me first hits. Doesn't guarantee me, it makes it more likely. Alternatively, I could start dropping bleeds down range to put myself in a better position to mop things up, and I'm not... No, party buff. Party buff, party buff, party buff. Always go for the party buff. Superb. Drop a stun, though, just to make sure that this Fusilier they're not going to be able to touch for a while does stay out of action. One less action. One more happiness. Go for the insta-kill here, and we get it. Go for the Iron Swan at the back row. And it's a gorgeous crit of 28. Literally twice as much damage as I needed to get the kill. Overkill is just a thing of beauty. Do take some damage, though. But no debuffs or bleeds, and again, I've just got the freedom to do whatever it is I need to get this done. Not quite an insta-kill on that one there, but what I will do instead is sort things out. Look, I could probably kill him with the Intimidate, to be honest, but it's just a bit irrelevant. Take care of that there. Job's done. And use the Slice Off ability here, which should be a guaranteed death. Yes, it is. Drop a heal in place on the Hellion. Only 6 health taken, but no complaints because we've mopped things up in clean, efficient, and professional manner.
Momentum. Push on to the task's end.
So you know how I was saying before that I was going to drop one of those stacks of logs? Yeah, I think that's fine. Probably drop that food as well. Might actually just start preemptively eating it, to be honest, because I have a feeling I'm not going to need to be as well provisioned as I am. Now, you might say that's money wasted. I don't really feel that way. It's just peace of mind. That's what we bought. Drop a torch just to have better light because those stresses will reduce it, and we have a number of abilities that a number of trinkets that require that we have 75 or higher. Excuse me. Drop a party buff and then wait to see what happens on that stressful incantation. No damage, but a good amount of stress, and as you can see, our light is going down pretty steadily. Take some stress from the Wretch as well, but nothing to be too concerned about. What I will do, though, just to make sure that we don't have to worry about him inordinately in this turn... Oh, darn. Alright, well, we've corrected some light issues. That's alright. Don't have to hit them every time, just enough times for them to all be dead. Minor bleed taken, not too concerned there. What I will do, though, is, since I can't kill that chopper in one turn, take care of the Brawler just in case. There we go. And... Iron Swan at the back row. Not enough for the kill, though. Off by 1, unfortunately, so we are going to take some damage from her next turn around in terms of stress. That is 2 bleed, though, which is slightly more concerning. Let's finish the job that we started. Very nice. That vomit's going to do a little bit of misery to me, but again, I'm not inordinately concerned. Down by 6, but I can easily correct for that. What I will do instead is look at managing some stress levels, take that 25 down to less, rather than focusing on doing some damage, because I'm planning to do a little bit of faffing. That heal is more than enough to make up the gap, and that ball and chain may actually put me out of action with a stun. Let's see. Damn it. Well, I called it at least. Time to start dropping some damage with the Leper, and it's not enough for the kill, as I mentioned before, but next turn we should be able to make handy work of that Porky Prince. Stress levels continually reducing, just to put us in a continuously better place. Go for the kill here, and we are all good in the hood. Take a vomit on... Ah, dodge. Lovely work. Given that we have a leper in turn, what we'll do is use Purge to put that little piggy in arm's reach for anyone aside from the Jester. Unfortunately, he's going to have to keep bleeding out or helping. Helping. You are a support role. It's good that you help. See if that vomit takes. Yep. And we take a disease from it, which is fine. It's not like a critical disease. Negative 50% debuff resist is nothing that I really worry about too much. Attaboys and girls. We have a fairly gender-mixed party.
This expedition at least promises success.
Okie dokie. Now, I can't remember what I need to use in the Sacrificial Stone, so I'll refer back to the cheat sheet. Sacrificial Stone is 50-50. Let's leave it be. Actually, I can probably take the stress, to be honest. The question is, do I want a positive quirk? I only have positive quirks on the Jester. Stress. Alright, let's just try and drop you on the... Yep! Warren's Explorer, which gives 20% chance to scout, which is going to come in real handy, like right now. Okay, that's a block which we can avoid because we know that it's there. We're not actually planning to use that route in any case, so let's carry on to the first room battle there. Pretty lightweight party, Carrion Eater and a Wretch. I will just try and actually take care of these guys as quickly as possible in this instance because... Nice critical! Because... yeah, these guys don't need me to like buff everything to the shithouse. It's just yeah, fairly easy playtime. Drop a stun regardless, just because I like having a little bit more torch than I necessarily have to. Oh, good dodge, piggy, good dodge. That munch is gonna be dodged. So again, fair exchange. Let's get that wicked hack going, and you are Dunsky, which starts the next turn with the Freedom to Faff, which I will take. Self-heal and a self-buff. Very nice. I will then look to see if there is anyone with stress that's worth taking care of. There is. Nicely done. This time I'm not going to take any more risks, and I'll go for the kill, just like the backup, and clean things up quite handily. Now, we're out of room for everything. Now, we said that might be a problem, and we said that we would be willing to make compromises. Deeds are the order of the day, as always, and we'll do that old switcheroo right there. Looking like I'm not going to need to worry about shovels inordinately at this stage, but I still don't want to get rid of the stack of them. After all, I spent good money on them, and I want to get my money's worth if I can. Again, they do work as excellent substitutes for... I can probably live without the holy water, or rather than living without it, I can certainly use it. There we go. Now, the reason why I'm hoarding the kind of gold that I am, despite the fact that I can't actually spend it right now and it's just building up in my inventory, is because I'm going to upgrade to level 5 weapons and armor, and that's going to soak up like just an absurd amount of cash. Also, I haven't been spending money on taking care of negative quirks, which I need to. So that's kind of the immediate focus for me now. Torches are looking pretty good. There's no reason why I can't drop a stun. Just to be... Oh, I guess just to be ineffective. That might make the difference. Yep, you're dead next turn. Grave Nibble, get an attack in. Hopefully no diseases. Just a bit of stress. Great. And now for the coup de grace. I say the coup de grace is the pré-coup de grace, because they weren't quite dead. They were dead but for a moment. Stress is 7, stress is 5, 80% chance. Let's take it. And we've got it. Pressing on, we will check out this battle room. And the usual suspects, but with a surprising twist. Might need to look at who we can drop a more persistent stun on, or whether we can actually kill someone outright. Now, Iron Swan should take care of him. Could probably assist the leper in taking down the chopper, though, which is, I think, what we're going to do. That's 8 damage down, which puts him very much in the insta-kill range. I could party buff at this stage, or I could try and put some damage down range, which is what I'm going to do. Again, I'm being a bit cocky at this stage, but I think it's going to pay off for me. Iron Swan. Great kill. And chop, very, very safe there. In fact, now let's just take the safe chop. Chop to death. Very nice. They'll get in one stress attack, one manual attack, but, well, one's dodged. And the other is dodged. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Okay, double attack drums. Oh, triple dodge. RNGesus smiles upon me. Verily, eh? Now, are you dead next turn? Not quite. Let us make it so. And very handily done.
So clearly in view.
Now,
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
can I afford to live without torches? Yes. Wait. I know I'm not camping at this stage, right? Like, I know I'm not camping. Like, I know that's not happening. So, let's just... yeah. Yeah. I'm satisfied with that choice. I am satisfied. Okay, pressing on, we have... pack, which contains loot. Again, I'll just use that torch instantly because, well, why not? First hunger check, which is well overdue, really, given how much we've gone through, because I have been feeding them intermittently. We have 2 battle rooms left. We'll go the long way around just to get the best chances for any additional loot that we might be able to get our hands on. We'll probably skirt down that way as well and take the curio. Now what to do. These guys don't have a surprise on them, so we'll party buff just to make sure I get my attacks in hopefully first. We'll drop a stun down on our little cutthroat, and that critical is a lovely 4 and a certain stun. Iron Swan on the back row for a beautiful crit of 38. Oh, I'm getting such good luck with these shots. Like I'm due for a slap in the face. Because this game, it gives with one hand and it takes with the other. Wow, dodges all round. Man, this is turning out to be really easy. Let's just do a group bleed. Nice crit on the front ranks there. And this chap is all but certainly dead in the next turn. Yup. All I have to do now is make sure that I am... Yup, that stun will get him to the precipice of death with the bleed dropped on. And we can kind of just faff a bit now, because there's nothing else for us to do. He's gone. He's gone. Everything is taken care of. Now, I'm going to drop those medicinal herbs, because while we have a curio room, I know I'm going to need me some... Actually, I don't need shovels. I now know that I don't need shovels, so we can drop that. Press on and take that trap with the Jester. I was going to say, look, we have no stress, but now we have stress. We will decontaminate that because I've got them. I may as well, you know, use those herbs. Pretty lightweight battle room, but that's fine. Again, we don't have to jump at them, so we'll put a speed, crit, and accuracy buff down. Take a bit of stress from Drums of Debilitation, but no other... Oh, not even any stress is marked. Okay, fair enough. Well, here comes the stress. Hysterical Blindness, that's a problem, but not a problem for now. We'll drop a stun, though, on our little swine drummer. Ouch! Well, that is nasty. Look, let's take care of the guy that still has an action in play. Let's take care of the back row stressor, but unfortunately it wasn't quite enough to kill. He's still 2 HP off. Fortunately, I do get to move again, and we'll finish things off. Take care of some of that stress in the vessel, because we want to make sure that we're leaving as low as possible. And again, I'm not too worried about the makeup of this particular party. I will do a damage and heal on position 3 instead of just some damage. And it may well be time for me to take a dodge. Wonderful. That's the old luck that I'm used to, coming back to the fore. Wipe off that Carrion Eater, and we'll need to probably spend a turn, again, just doing one more effectively vampiric strike with the Vestal. she does damage, and she gets health. Okay, so everything that can stack has stacked.
They can be beaten.
Can't really throw anything away at this stage. I could get rid of torches. To be fair, I could get rid of torches. I could get rid of medicinal herbs for a portrait. I could. Let's do that, though. Don't have any debuffs to remove. And that money pile I have to leave where it is. Drop in a key. Again, we're not expecting anything that needs a key for a while. Oh.
Laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Yep, that's a pretty safe swap right there. And we'll leave that citrine behind, I think. Again, at this stage, everything is sort of redundant. I could probably go torchless. Yeah, let's go torchless. We'll go foodless really soon as well, actually. Pressing onto a corridor battle. Let's see if we get a stun. Sorry, surprise. Nope, no surprise, so we'll party buff to make sure we get the speed that we need, as well as the accuracy and the crit chance. Put a stun down on the stressor, because nobody likes that stress. And... okay, no consequences. Good dodge as well. I've been having a lot of fun with these guys. Honestly, I've learned a lot in this playthrough. I had learned a bit about the game before this Let's Play series, but clearly I've learned enough from that, as well as some tips that you guys have been giving me on Reddit and also in comments on YouTube to not suck at this game. And while that's really great for me because I get to play a really tough game without having to have a graveyard full of dead adventurers, I kind of feel like you might find this to be somewhat boring to watch. So, you know, help me out. Let me know that, you know, you aren't bored senseless watching this, and that's actually, you know, somewhat entertaining. I've been told to stop shitposting on Reddit, so I will do that. So, the only way you're probably going to find these videos is if you find me either on YouTube or around, well, I guess, no, it's either through YouTube or if you're a sub. So, hey, if you're seeing this and you're a sub, thank you for being a sub. And if you found this YouTube through some other channel, then, hey, subscribe or something, and you'll see more of these. Any case, I'm going to stop criminating on like an old curmudgeon.
Treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
And I'll press on. This is the last battle room, and the last room I have to do. My inventory's pretty full, so I don't think I need to... I'm not sure if I'm going to carry on after this, to be honest. But we have a stun in place, so we will start doing the business. Probably do a group bleed to give ourselves better options. And topic of options, we'll do a bit of a vampiric strike right here on row 3, which puts us not quite close enough to actually get a kill with this guy, so maybe that was a wasted action. Could intimidate, which will get a kill on one and debuff on another, which works just fine for me. Glorious. And Iron Swan on the back row. Done, and Dunsky. And gloriously, that drummer is now in arm's reach of my front line damage dealers. Get marked, take a slight dodge debuff. Bit of damage, hopefully no other consequences. I took a blight. Okay, that's fair. Drummer Boy is definitely dead in the next turn. I have a small amount of stress which I can deal with to faff around with. It's either the Vestal or the... Nope, didn't even get the time.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I have sort of more room, but I also have no food, so rather than taking a hunger check, I'm going to call time now, make a short video for a change, and see how we did out in the end. That's not a bad pile of cash for an apprentice run. Not a bad pile at all. So we picked up 24 crests, actually I should say 33 crests, 8 deeds, 2 portraits, and 2 busts. Looks like almost everyone has jumped to level 3. Ruins Scrounger, fantastic. Thick-Blooded is awesome, and the runs I can cure. Second Wind is awesome, as is the Yips. No, the Yips can go yip themselves in the sanitarium.
In truth, I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
Do a quick run through. As you can see, I've gotten rid of a few quirks now that I've had the cash to do so. A little bit of stress reduction because it was free. Meverell the leper has gone on a bit of a drinky poo and can't be found, and everyone else is in otherwise. Oh, why Montaigne as well? I might go back and read those logs. What do we get here? Montague went on Drunken Bender and hasn't been seen since, and Meverell is on a vision quest. Is that right? Yeah, okay, alright. Well, we've got more stress to get rid of, I guess. And I've got a whole bunch of housekeeping to take care of, which I will do off camera. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys for watching. I've had a lot of fun making these. I hope you've had a lot of fun watching them. If you'd like, we'd love it if you could subscribe. If you're jumping in quite late in the game, the whole playlist of everything should be right here in the bottom left-hand corner. And the most recent video should be, as always, on the bottom right. I will catch you guys next time.